Rhaenyra Targaryen stood on Dragonstone's highest balcony, gazing towards King's Landing. The clear skies were a stark contrast to the turbulent thoughts racing through her mind. As the firstborn daughter of King Viserys I, she had always known her path would be fraught with challenge, but the depths of the political intrigue and familial betrayal she now faced were beyond anything she had imagined. She took a deep breath, preparing herself for the trials ahead. In the great hall of the Red Keep, King Viserys I sat heavily on the Iron Throne. The weight of the crown seemed to press down more than ever before. Before him stood Rhaenyra, her face a mask of determination. "I have named you my heir, Rhaenyra," he declared, his voice echoing through the hall. "Remember that the strength of our house rests in your hands. Do not let the throne slip away." Despite her father's proclamation, whispers of dissent and treachery echoed through the corridors of King's Landing. Queen Alicent Hightower, King Viserys' second wife, harbored deep ambitions for her own son, Aegon II. In secret meetings and coded letters, the seeds of rebellion were sown. The Greens, as Alicent's faction came to be known, began to rally their support, preparing to challenge Rhaenyra's claim. Rhaenyra sensed the boiling unrest. To solidify her position, she began to forge alliances with powerful houses that held sway over Westeros. House Valyrian, led by her uncle, Lord Corlys Valyrian, pledged their fleet and support. Rhaenyra knew that she needed their naval power to control the seas and supply lines. The Blacks, named after Rhaenyra's loyal faction, started to gain momentum, and tension escalated when news arrived of King Viserys' sudden illness. As the king lay on his deathbed, chaos erupted. A council of lords, hastily assembled, debated the line of succession. Rhaenyra, stationed at Dragonstone, received a hushed message from her loyal supporter, Lord Daemon Targaryen, warning her that the Greens were plotting to crown Aegon II in a secret ceremony. Knowing time was of the essence, Rhaenyra mounted her dragon, Syrax, and flew with all speed to King's Landing. Arriving just as the ceremony was about to begin, she landed dramatically in the courtyard. The sight of the great golden dragon sent ripples of fear through the assembled conspirators. Rhaenyra dismounted, her face set in a stony mask of resolve, and strode into the throne room. Inside the throne room, Aegon II stood at the foot of the Iron Throne, his hand poised to take the crown from the High Septon. "Stop!" Rhaenyra's voice rang out. Every eye turned towards her as she advanced, Syrax's roars still echoing through the keep. "By the order of King Viserys, I am the rightful heir to the Iron Throne." A tense silence ensued, broken only by the sound of swords being drawn as both sides prepared for conflict. To avoid bloodshed within the Red Keep, Rhaenyra proposed a temporary truce. She would withdraw to Dragonstone while the council decided the matter. However, both factions began gearing up for war, knowing that no peaceful resolution was likely. The Dance of the Dragons, as the brutal civil war became known, had begun in earnest. The battles that followed were fierce and devastating. Dragon fought dragon in the skies above Westeros, and the land was scorched in their wake. Rhaenyra proved herself a formidable leader, not only in battle, but in strategic prowess. She coordinated with her allies, using her dragons to their full advantage. But the cost was high, many lives were lost, and the realm trembled under the strain of the conflict. Rhaenyra's resilience was tested to its limits. The loss of loved ones, betrayals from those she once trusted, and the ever-present threat of death weighed heavily on her shoulders. Yet, she remained undeterred. For the future of House Targaryen, she reminded herself each night, staring into the flames that symbolized her family's legacy. With Aegon II's defeat, the tide of war turned decisively in Rhaenyra's favor. The Greens, seeing their leader fallen, began to surrender. Rhaenyra returned to the Iron Throne, battered but unbroken. She sat upon the throne, the great hall silent, except for the crackling of torches. The price had been steep, but she had claimed her rightful place as queen. Rhaenyra's reign was marked by both prosperity and caution. She worked tirelessly to rebuild the realm, mending alliances and restoring trust. Her determination had not only won her the Iron Throne, but had also ensured the survival and continuity of House Targaryen. The Dance of the Dragons had ended, but its lessons of strength, intelligence, and resilience would be remembered for generations to come.